Bullfrogs. Welcome to the new school week. It's going to be a fun one for us and the teachers. Some information on September 7th, 2013, the Fort Wayne Girls Rock Club. You can look them up on Facebook if you want. They're actually holding an event which will help you meet your goals, but more information on that later this week. Attention club officers, Channel 86 needs you. We need you to talk to either Mr. Jones or Amy Rowland. And basically, we just need you to we need the officers to check in every week and tell us about the important events that are happening, so we can tell the audience, you, Channel 86, about them. Are you a new student? Did you lose your iPad somehow last year? We're trying to get all the iPads out to you, and if you just be patient while tech works the kinks out. If you haven't gotten your iPad back yet, and you did turn in your paperwork this year, you should have your iPad. So that's a problem. If you still don't have it, make sure to tell your teacher that you're in right now to email Mrs. Brower your name, your student number, and your grade, and we'll work that out for you. And also, if you still have the copy of the receipt, just go directly to Mrs. Brower, and she'll fix that problem for you. But now we're going to go over to Andy Corman and Adam Hoffer with the sports.
Yeah, you're good. Good. Oh, God. Well, howdy there. My name's Andy.
And I'm Adam.
We're going to tell you guys some sports information. Man, last Friday, that football game was our first home game. That was an interesting game.
It was an interesting game. It was a fun time.
Yeah, it was a fun time. But volleyball game, there's a volleyball game. What was it, last Thursday?
Last Thursday.
Yeah, we got some footage of that, actually. The girls played good. They really did, in my opinion.
They did. They played very well. I mean, the crowd was into it. It was really a fun game to watch.
It was. But tonight, Monday, we have JV and varsity, boys and girls soccer. They both play Homestead. Where are the girls playing at?
The girls will be playing at home.
Oh, the boys are away?
Yep.
Okay, and what time does that start?
I believe the varsity starts at 5 a.m.
5 o'clock, so you can't miss that.
And
Soccer's always fun to watch.
And it's always good watching the Maple beat Homestead.
Exactly. In other news, we got a JV football tonight at Homestead, and that starts at 6, right?
Andy, it's actually at Heritage, but that's okay. Yes,
Heritage, okay.
It's okay.
It's all right. And volleyball?
Yep.
Games tonight?
Yes, they will be playing at Adams Central tonight.
Ooh, Adams Central. What time does that start?
I believe it starts at 5, Andy.
5 o'clock. I'll have to see that. All righty. Over to you.
Thank you for the sports. Those were some pretty good-looking sports anchors, if you ask me. Random fact of the day, if you have 3 quarters, 4 dimes, and 4 pennies, you have $1.19.
This is Channel 86 News, and I'm Macy.
And I'm Sedanis, and we are here interviewing Officer Allen about iPad safety.
Okay. When should students report a lost or stolen iPad?
Students should immediately report any lost or stolen iPads, especially if it happens inside the classroom and you notice that your iPad comes up missing. That's a good time to stop instruction, tell your teacher that your iPad has been missing or is stolen, and then that way administration and myself can come in and help them find their iPad.
How's that important?
Well, it's important for a couple different reasons. The first thing that it's important for is obviously it's your guys' responsibility to keep your iPad and to keep it with you. If you lose your iPad inside this building, you guys are responsible for paying the $100 replacement fee for it. The district doesn't pay that for you guys, your parents do. Secondly, what it does is it makes sure that everybody's doing what's right. If there are people that are in this building that are trying to steal your belongings, then we need to get rid of them. And it helps us make the learning environment safer for you guys, make your school atmosphere safer for you guys. That way you guys can come to school and focus on your education, which is exactly what you're here for.
Mm-hmm. All right, so who should we notify if our iPad is lost or stolen?
You should notify your classroom teacher if it happens in class. If you happen to go to your locker during a passing period and notice that your iPad has been taken in between the class periods, you need to go straight down to the library and you need to talk to Jennifer Brower or Mrs. Brower, your librarian, where she can start to track your iPad. She'll get in contact with me, she'll get in contact with the administration, and then we'll work on finding your iPad for you.
Where shouldn't students take their iPads, and why shouldn't they take them there?
Students should always take their iPad with them to class, especially if it's a class that has a textbook downloaded on it this year. If a student takes the iPad into the gymnasium area and leaves it unattended, there's a good chance that it's going to come up missing. So I would stay away from the gymnasium, stay away from the cafeteria, that way you don't spill food or drinks on it and ruin it. I would stay away from locker rooms unless you have a lock on your locker that you know is secure and you know the combination or you have a key to it, that way you know no one can get into it.
Alright, so some lockers have been getting broken into. How can we avoid this?
The easiest way to avoid getting your locker broken into, and this one is one that a lot of people do not leave your combination dial stuck on the last number that you put in for your combination. If you leave your dial on the last number of your combination, all you have to do is pull up on the handle and it'll open. So every time you open your locker, make sure you spin the dial and check the handle to make sure that it doesn't come unlocked. If you spin the dial and the locker handle still opens, you need to contact Barb Clements and have a custodian fix your locker for you. Another way that you can prevent your locker being broken into is if you keep a dirty locker, which a lot of you guys tend to do as the year goes on, you get a lot of books, you get a lot of papers. If you keep a dirty locker and you have things hanging outside of the locker where you can see it from outside, it's not going to close properly. So what you need to do is make sure your locker is clean. Make sure if you carry a book bag in your locker that the straps for the book bag are inside the locker. They're not jammed up inside the hinges. They're not jammed up on the outside, but when you shut it, there's a gap. You can pull those lockers open.
Alright, well that's all the questions we have, so thank you very much for your time.
Thank you guys. Have a great school year.
Thank you for watching today's newscast. It's been so fun. We hope you've enjoyed it. I am Andy.
I am Adam.
I'm Amy.
I'm Austin.
And I'm Tim.
And you stay classy.
As if I had a clutch on a magnum.